Okay, well, speaking of marriage and weddings, Hazel
Mhm.
and Devon,
Yes.
have y'all locked down a date yet for the wedding, the big day?
You gonna tell them
Well,
October? I'm thinking October. It's not 100%, but that's where I'm kind of going.
yeah, we wanted an October wedding, and we wanted beach vibes. We wanted that whole thing, but like we are in a new normal, so I don't know, how do you do a social distancing wedding? Like we did a social distance baby shower, but we don't know how to do a social distance wedding. So, I mean, hopefully if we're lucky, we'll still get our date in October that we want to do and still get to have our, shoes off, walking on the beach and do our nuptials then. But if not, I mean, people just got to stay tuned with us.
That's it. That's it.
Is October, does that have any meaning? Is that anniversary? What does October mean to you? Is there meaning
Yeah,
behind October?
it's an anniversary for us. It's an anniversary. I mean, we have different anniversaries like tattooed on us and names and stuff like that we did. Like, see, and what's so funny in the Corona thing, like we're not newlyweds because we're not married yet, but like we're in that honeymoon phase still. So Corona was just like, we already had a baby in the oven, so we just got to really like love and get on each other and even more and like not deal with distractions. Yeah, and not deal with like distractions. Like, we're only a year and a half in, so it's
Do you
just
have a location for your wedding yet?
we wanted LA, like I said, but it's looking like it could end up being like on one of these nice resorts.
Man,
I like the
it's
Bell
gonna
Tower
be
in
on an
Houston.
island or something. I'm telling you.
You want an island, but
Okay, I'm just talking about social distancing. I don't want nobody around that got it. Everybody gonna get the UV light. Everybody gonna get the Corona test.
See, we're all over the place. We're all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the Bell Tower in Houston. He said we going to a resort. Like,
well,
maybe a possible wedding special, because I'm sure that's something that would be of interest to your fans to see that. That's something I would definitely be trying to finesse if I was y'all.
Yeah, no, we definitely trying to get a little 6-part with WeTV. Definitely,
we WeTV gonna take care of us.
Yeah, we definitely trying to get that.
That's what I was getting around to. Okay,
we definitely trying to get that 6-part wedding special just to see the moms. Like, oh my God, the mother-in-laws. Like, it's a lot. We have a lot going on out here.
You get a definition of love. Like, what is love? Is it like I like you a lot? Is it I can't live without you? What is love?
It's kind of like I'll do
anything for you. Loyalty, being honest with a person, having no secrets. Yeah, it's just being honest at 100% to where like I could leave my phone down right now for a whole week and she can have my whole phone every day and I ain't gonna trip just because I know there ain't no secrets.
Y'all have locks on your phones?
She has my passcode, fingerprint, all that. Like,
yeah.
And my Instagram, and she has the whole Instagram.
That's what happens when you mess with an older woman. We don't put that thing up.
No, but see, no. She didn't do that. I was the one who offered to do it. I offered to let her like put it in so you feel comfortable. Wow. And I give her my Instagram information and everything. Like, you can have it. Like, this is not about that. It's
because chicks were sliding and chicks were being messy and they were trying stuff at first, and I don't know. I've been through bad relationships, publicly bad relationships, and I just need him to put my love on top. And so
I need to make sacrifices, show her that my love was real and it wasn't for whatever she thought it really
was. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Brian and Courtney, what about y'all? What do you think?
Yeah, I know it's cliche, but I feel like it's just a feeling. I mean, of course, everything that they said as well, but we always tell people, they're like, how did you know each other were the one? And we both were like, we literally knew the first date. I remember texting a girlfriend afterwards and she was like, how did it go? And I was like, it went really well. I was like, but he hasn't hit me up yet. Like, I'm just so used to like leaving and like an hour later or something, or, right after the guy's like, oh, I had a great time, blah, blah, blah. I remember he didn't hit me up for like a couple hours. And
Brian was playing the game.
Yes, and that was like one of the first times I really cared. Yeah, but it's just sacrifice. Love is different than like, because if I just like you and you make me mad, I'm not still making your plate for dinner, or I'm like, I don't have to talk to you tonight. But love is a whole different level of like, you piss me off, I don't want to talk to you, but I'm still gonna make your dinner, or I'm still gonna do this for you, because it's it's just another level.
Okay. So Brian, what was it about Courtney that made you feel like she's it? This is it. She's the one.
Her relationship with Christ. That was the first thing that, and her openly relationship with Christ. From the first date, I mean, from the first time we talked, she came and said that I want to get married. I'm not trying to have. She wanted to date with a purpose. I'm not trying to have another boyfriend. If I'm gonna date you, I want you to be my last.
There was an intent there. She showed her intent.
Yes, she showed her intent, and when she showed her intent, that was a green light that came on to actually go ahead and pursue all the way. And on that first date, I knew from the time we started talking, we were actually, she don't even remember, we were actually planning how many kids that we were going to have.
I don't think so.
She don't remember that, but she actually said, I said that, she asked me, how many kids do you want? And I said, I wouldn't mind 10. And she said, I don't know if I can give you 10, but I can give you 5. You got
one more. You owe him one more.
One more. She owes me one more.
I don't remember that.
She owes me one more. But it was that openness that she had. And she made it from jump. She made her intent from jump that she was not trying to play around. And I love that about her. That power that she had in order to do that. I love that.
I commend you for that. I think that's something that a lot of women sometimes are afraid to do because we're afraid we're going to push a man away. You know what I mean? And we kind of want them to think we're just going with the flow so they won't get freaked out. But I also feel like that's a great way to end up in limbo for a very long time.
Right.
For 10, 12 years and they still no commitment. So
yeah, I tell women that all the time. I'm like, listen, I would rather run them off in the first couple of weeks if they're going to leave anyway than waste all of this time and they end up leaving anyway. And like I said, I had a daughter, so I didn't really want to play around. There was a couple situationships I was in before him, and I thought it was going to be one thing and it wasn't. So I just got to the point where I was like, I'm tired of that. Like, I don't want to play games anymore. Like, I'm fine with me and my baby. Like, we're good. So if you're going to come up in here, like, you need to be serious. And I remember telling him that, like, early on, like, don't play with me. Like, if you're not serious, then that's fine. I respect that, but I'm not the one.
Okay. Hey,
same here. Yeah, same here. I did the same thing to him. I told you from the rip, like, I'm looking to get married. I'm looking to have kids. If you ain't on the same page, beat it.
Yeah, no, she was, and that's what I respected. So that's what made me want her even more, because it's like, okay, getting pussy ain't the problem. It's about getting one that's different than these other hoes out here.
That's good.
That's true, though.
That's good.
Well, damn. So, okay. Now, y'all had a lot of people criticizing you in the beginning. I remember seeing a really sexy photo shoot. I think y'all went it was like a warehouse or something. It was a lot of oil involved. And people were saying, is this real? Is this fake? There's an age difference? He's a model. Is he trying to get attention? Or, you know what I mean? The whole clout thing, like you said, Hazel. How did you get past that? Because, Davon, Hazel's used to taking shots and people saying stuff about her because that's what comes with being in this stupid business sometimes, right? Yeah. But here you are coming into the game and catching shrapnel, incoming fire because of it. Did that ever make you like waver? Like, damn, I don't know if I can do this, because it's tough for men it's tough for people to have to deal with that. You know what I mean? And catch the people that may not like her for whatever reasons. You get caught up in that just because of that. And did that put a strain on your relationship at any?
Yeah, no, it didn't. It want me to be like, damn, nobody out here got your back, type of shit. Like, and I'm gonna have your back because all these are down to certain situations that I don't want to speak about, but people, you find out people's true colors, and you're like, damn, I'd rather just hold you down and give you something real compared to what the hell you've been getting out here.
Mm-hmm.
He's a different type. I'm telling you, people ask, I'm like, he's different. Like, he wanted to have my back. Like, even in the marriage boot camp house.
I don't care about what people say about me, because at the end of the day, all you're gonna do is you're gonna end up getting beat up. You're gonna end up getting dogged. Like, there's two things. It's gonna go bad for you every time. So that's better for just to chill out.
I mean, even in the marriage boot camp house, like when people they're hyping this fight and it airs next week and stuff, it really all started just from
me defending her.
Yeah,
cooking her salmon, and no, you're gonna stay tuned in that. But
yeah, so why did you happened. Show? Why did you, besides the money? Because I know it's a good check. Because they tried to get me on there before. But anyways, why did y'all sign up for it? And were you worried about the criticism?
Honestly, when it presented itself to us, for me, I'm like, I did 2 back-to-back horrible 2-year relationships that were both like in the public. So I didn't want to waste my time again. Like, so I'm like, maybe if I bring him on this show and it's a real therapist, like maybe if we put our love to the test, then maybe I could come out and see what his intentions are. Because honestly, I went in there like, I'm gonna see if he's just in it for clout. Because mind you, we got offered to come on the show like 2-3 months into the relationship. So by the time we got on it, we were still a very, very new couple. And I'm just like trying to see if he's just here for the cameras. Is he just here for the Instagram fame? Like, you know, what is it? So he jumped through a couple hoops for me. And I mean, at the end of it, like, I mean, I got a whole ring, not just the ring in the house. I got the whole real ring.
10 carats, something like, you know.
Afterwards. So it was like, for us, boot camp worked. Like, we're a boot camp success story because we actually went in there with the right tensions to see if we were going to be in a real relationship. We went through ups and downs, days we wanted to walk out the house. I wanted to leave. I didn't mess with him. And, you know, with Dr. Ish.
It gets real in the house.
Yeah, with Dr. Ish and the real therapy that we actually get in there in couples therapy, it showed that we had a reason like to fight and stay together.
Yeah, right.
And then the age difference is like fun. Like, I got a younger man. He's hot. Look at him. Like, and guess what? He want me. Ain't no bitch get him from me. And you know, just
a lot of times people will get a relationship to go on the show, and it's not real. Or you'll see people that have problems that are much worse than yours, and it can make you really, I would think, look at your relationship like, wow, we don't have it that bad, or we don't want to be like them. You know what I mean? So I think that I could see how that would be successful. Now we have a clip from your show, so let's take a look.
Okay. Violent, out of control, we got issues. I'm not your mama, I'm your partner, it's time to level up. You say you want to get married, I'm thinking prenup. Oh, snap.
So, talking about prenups. Okay, let's get it. We gotta talk about prenups with all of y'all. So, would y'all sign one? Well, Courtney and Brian, y'all, it's too late for y'all now, but
Right. Well, I tell people all the time, because people are always like, oh, you know, finances is the number one reason for divorce, or finances cause so many issues. And I tell people, we surprisingly haven't had that many issues over finances, but I guess when you both enter in the relationship with not much, when you both enter it, you know, on the same playing field or on the so we really got to this point where we're at now. You know, just the success we've seen, financial success, we've literally built it together. So we love that we've been able to do that.
Okay. Hazel, would y'all is there going to be a prenup with you?
That's just a dub.
But we have paperwork.
Yeah, we
have paperwork. Like,
yeah,
we do. Just like I said, once again, you know, you get engaged, you're planning a wedding. Once again, you still have people questioning intentions. So for us, we just did something simple. Like, basically what's mine is mine that I came in with yours is yours. Whatever we get together is ours together. And it's literally just that simple. It's not lawyers, and we're not sitting here delegating. Like, this is not a business between us, but just for our own,
now's the point to where we, like, every time I get bread, we put it in the bank account, one bank account. I mean, every dollar that I got moving is going right to the boom, same thing, and she can co-sign it. So really, honestly, you got all my money anyways.
I always tell people, like friends, I'm like, you should always have a little something on the side. Just
oh, trust me, I'm never gonna give up all of it. It's never gonna be complete.
Exclusive.
Right.
And I'm not the type of person that would want to take everything from him anyway.
Yeah, no,
like,
I'm a man. I gotta have my own.
Yeah,
too.
if we were like to end whatever, even if it was horrible and he like cheated and got a whole nother girl pregnant, even though
damn, we gotta take it that far.
I'm just saying, like, I still don't like to see anybody doing bad. Like, that's still the father of my kid. You know what I'm saying?
I would never.
So it's like
in a harm situation.
Yeah, we just don't foresee it. But at least we do have some paperwork that says what we had before we came into the relationship is ours.
And that's not nothing like I'm worried about signing, because I don't ever see an ending date on a relationship anyway. So really, that shit don't. Well, stuff. It don't mean stuff. My bad.
No, okay. All right. I love it. Pamela Jones says, love is lots of sex. And RJ last week, boot camp was fire. Can't wait to watch tomorrow. So, all right.
Say Tim. It's Liddy.
Ready for it. Okay. So Courtney, we were talking about blending the families and if that was difficult or not. You were about doing it.
Yeah, it was. I think anytime you're blending a family and you're taking two separate lives and bringing them together, it's going to offer some challenges, but it just depends on how much work you want to put into it to make it work. Like I said, we both had two younger kids that we each had to put in the time and effort to get to know each other's kids, build a genuine relationship, set that foundation, because I naively thought like, oh, after we said I do, we were going to march into the sunset as this cute little blended family. But I quickly found out after the wedding, like it was going to take work. Just because we said I do doesn't mean that we didn't have to put in the time and effort to, get to know each other's kids, build that trust with them, build a foundation, build a true relationship with them. So there definitely was like a learning curve or working curve or whatever you want to call it, like that first year or so.
And that's something that we don't really get taught, especially as women, right? The goals from when we have our first doll, right, is to get married in a wedding. And then even Cinderella. I think Cinderella is such bullshit, although it's my favorite, because she gets the bag, she gets the ring, she gets the castle, and it's happily ever after. But really, there's nothing that really prepares you when you're young to even think about what's after that. Like that's like the ultimate. But really the real one is the day after that, right? So
the day after. It's the super day after. I mean, we went through issues. Oh, Jesus, sorry. We went through issues for after the engagement, then you get chicks that are coming out like, oh, I was just messing with him this time and I was just doing this
delusional.
with him, this time, like then people start trying to crack that foundation. So like that's when we literally left the country and we worked on us. We went to a Muslim country where things are very strict, where women are covered up. Like we went and lived like a different life just to secure us and our happiness, take away all this temptation. Because Houston, LA, all the places, Vegas we're going to, it's a lot of temptation everywhere for a man. And it's like I just didn't want, if he was gonna do that, then I'd rather have him go do that and not be with me. And I think that like
if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I don't want to do it. That's the thing.
Right. And
where did you go? You went to a Muslim country. Where did you go?
We went to Dubai.
Dubai and Abu Dhabi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did.
For a while.
We bought our dog over there, Abu Dhabi.
We got a dog. We did a couple months, like 2 months. Or I found I was pregnant over there, so our trip ended up cutting short because I'm like, we're not gonna have a baby in a Muslim country, we're not gonna have a baby that's not in America. It's just not smart. But yeah, we went over there and we just, like I said, it's different. It's a different place. It's very religious. It's the prayers coming on the mosque every day. Women are covered up. It's just not the same as here. And we really just went and got like our foundation, because the day after we got engaged, I'm telling you, I was about to meet up with him in a hotel. I was about to sleep with him in a car. I got the DMs to prove it. It was a lot.
But never said nothing.
It was
did you have some stragglers that you had to get rid of? Did you have some? Did you have stragglers?
I guess you get when you look like me. I guess this is what it is.
You had some stragglers.
Yeah, but ones I don't remember. Couldn't tell you a name, a full name.
They weren't important, but they were stragglers.
Irrelevant.
All right.
That's how I got the IG on my. You feel me?
I had to show her another level.
It does seem when you put your relationship in it when it becomes well known, especially with social media, then people do come out of the woodwork. Did y'all have that, Brian and Courtney? Did you have that situation? I know sometimes with so a couple of people in my timeline trying to act like he was here last night. I'm like, he's here. I'm looking at him. He was with me at.
Right.
Delusional, like I said.
Definitely. Yeah, we actually had that incident a couple of months ago where some random girl on Twitter, because a picture of us was retweeted, and a random girl said he was in my DMs he was in my DMs just yesterday, and I've never seen the woman in my life. But yeah, you still have stragglers that people from high school that you never talked to, haven't talked to since. They come out the woodworks, trying to get at you because you have a little fame, you have a little clout.
But it's funny because people people were defending us and was like, girl, bye. Like, even people we didn't even know were like, well, show the messages. And she was like, oh, I deleted it right when he sent it. It's like, now who does that? Like, she would have held on to that.
Then the exes that like maybe let you go or did you dirty, when they see you with someone else, they realize how good of a catch they had. And they want to see if you can break that trust and test you and see if it's real or not. That's also
we dealt with that too. I had a couple of people, but one in particular that was just like super butthurt that it didn't work out, and I feel like he still liked me, and he didn't know I had moved on until I literally had posted a picture of us on Instagram. And so it was just a whole bunch of like childishness. We bumped into him at a mutual event, and he was just, just doing the most. So yeah, we dealt with that as well.
I've had one.
Well, it comforts us to know that 4 years in, like, people still try it. So that gives me some like. That gives me like that lets us like,
no, I'm gonna give an advice to everybody out here, all the brothers, all right? Try, you're gonna get what you get.
What you mean?
Play with fire, you get fire, right? Hey, I'm an Aries for a reason. I just don't play when it comes to my family. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he do be checking the girls. So that's another thing. If he stands up for you and defends you and not be like, oh, makes the excuse, then that also show you something else. My girlfriend went through this last night, and when her dude kind of got caught in the situation, he was defending the other girl instead of saying like, I don't know that chick, like she's dusting me. He was kind of defending her. And when we went through our situation, I said, well, we went through that, but he didn't defend the other chick. Like, he wasn't like trying to make it cool. So
I don't even know you.
That is an attractive thing a man could do. Fellas that are watching right now, in TV land, when a man defends his woman against another woman, like, because if you leave the door open just a little bit, they'll think that there's a pathway to get back in there. Like, you have to make it so absolute. And you don't have to be evil about it, but you have to be stern with it, because when you leave like a little bit of, well, we ain't all that serious, or it ain't like that, make that girl feel like there's a chance, they will see that. I have had so many conversations with friends that are delusional about where they really are in their relationship. And from what they're telling me, I'm like, he's really not checking for you like that. But women will make excuses like, well, he's just with her for the kid, or he's with her because he can't get out, or he wishes he could be. No, a man's going to be with who he wants to be with. Period. Right. Blank. There's no ifs, ands about it. It's that simple.